Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going? My name is Klaus from House, and we're back here today with some more Planet Coaster. We're starting a new park. Good Gully, Miss Molly. They said no one could build a theme park at Molly's Gully. Prove them wrong. Keep below the height restrictions and bankroll the constructions of a colossal coaster. All right, so I should admit right off the bat that I didn't do the best that I could on this map. I've played it. I think this is the fourth time. And I made some mistakes, and I will address these things as we go along. But the first thing that I would really like to do is get something like this going. Think we'll be okay. I don't know anymore. So the obvious issue, if you want to call it that, is the one of space. So we can just kind of take a look at this park. Everything's kind of cramped. There's these small little places where you can do stuff, but there's this big middle area, and that's kind of what we're going to be focusing on. There's also this little one over here, and you can actually build up on top of here as well, and out this way to a certain extent. But everything else is a little bit toy like a toyga. But this thing, unfortunately, is locked, so we can't move it. I wouldn't mind if it was locked and we couldn't delete it. But it's locked and we can't move it, so that poses an issue in and of itself. But we're not going to worry about that too much at the moment, to be honest with you. Our main goal here is just to try and maximize our first two rides, which is really simple. The reason for it being so simple is because this right here and this right here, and in fact the whole damn entrance will give your rides 100% scenery, like right off the bat. So there's not a whole lot of stuff to really like worry about in terms of that. Now what I would really like to do is get this as far off as I can, and I think that's gonna have to do it right there. And I should say, what I'm trying to do this time around is build as many thrill rides as I possibly can right off the bat. The reason for that being, I got really into gentle rides because they were cheap, and I didn't realize how little money they actually earn you. So the thrill rides will give you the most bang for your buck. So it's important to kind of keep that in mind. Especially right off the bat, the cube and this guy over here. And in fact, we could actually just end up making two of these, which I wouldn't particularly mind. There's a lot of little things that I kind of want to keep in mind as I go along doing this. In fact, I might want to move these trees as well, just to try and give myself a little bit of more space. Because the more space you can get up here, the better it's going to be for you in the beginning. In fact, I might even want to move that out a little bit, and then I can take the path this way. But I think I'm grasping at straws just a little bit. Another thing I really tried to push was priority passes on these, and at least in the beginning, it didn't seem like it was all that great of an idea. But we can go about it once more. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one again. Let's see, the problem really is the terrain here, and you can't see because my face cam is in front of it, but the terrain is actually disabled here. See, this is unfortunate. I mean, I want room. we go with something like that. Okay, and that won't be too much of a problem for me. Yeah, the weird thing is, even though the train is disabled, the train will pop in on certain things, and I haven't really tried to like fudge it, but I would imagine we probably could if we really tried. But I'm not sure if I move that away if it'll disappear. But I'm not super worried about it. Let's go ahead and we'll place our entrance. Can I? That might be problematic. And we'll place the exit. I was kind of hoping we could get them right next to each other, but I don't think that's going to be. I don't think that's going to be a thing. Alright, and we're going to take this main path and actually extend it out. Probably, I mean, one would have probably been fine, but we'll go with that. As far as money goes, we still have a pretty decent amount. Alright, so let's go ahead back here, and I will take this down to 4, which will be the minimum width. And I'm going to kind of spread it out somewhat. And let's try and come at it from here. Right. And maybe if we do something like this. So a good kind of idea is to actually have your entrance and exit very close to each other. Yeah, that's gonna be problematic probably. There we go. And the reason for having your entrance and your exit kind of connect, or like you have to walk back past the entrance, is because if people enjoy it, they'll actually get back on it. Alright, so let's do this side over here, and it's going to be roughly the same concept. So we'll go to our paths. We should have 4, and I just want to kind of line it up. Right, so that way we'll go through here like that. And we're going to have to get our... Oh, we should also... oops. I guess I have the wrong one. Oh. Got a little bit carried away with that one. Alright, so we'll take this one from here, and we will have our exit be over there. Same kind of deal. I want to enable my priority pass. Again, it's not really important that you do this from the beginning, but it is just kind of nice overall to have it like that. Right, and then we'll get a regular old path going. And view path. We'll have it do something like that. And then hopefully this priority pass won't be, there we go, it won't be a pain in my tukish. Sometimes they really can be. Alright, and we will connect it. Unfortunately, this is the only priority pass thing that you can seemingly get, right? Like, even if I pick a different... Oh, what the hell? Mother trucker. Oh, that's the thing. Wasting a couple bucks here, making that all the same, but it resets your queue, so it's probably good to not have that. Alright, so this is actually pretty decent considering what I've had before in terms of a spread of things. It can get pretty crowded up here, so that's something to kind of keep an eye on. The one thing that I would really like to do is actually maybe have this split. There we go. So we get something like that. That might have been a bad idea. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, let's select a grid. I guess that's going to be... What the heck? I guess we got to do that. Do something like that. Then what we can do is we can slowly work our path off like that. And we'll get another one going. And it's going to kind of be doing the same deal. That's unfortunate. Alright, let's get a grid. Well, we probably would have had that problem either way. So we'll just do something like that for now. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this probably down into here. And I don't know what we'll do with this. We'll probably bring this one up and down. I don't know. That's like what I've been doing for the past couple ones, so we'll see. Also, I do have some new blueprints that I'm going to use. I have a simple castle bathroom that I've made, which is super cheap. It's like, I think it's like $200 or $280, something like that. So, all in all, a pretty decent cost for something along these lines. And I'm sure it's going to boost the general scenic area. The next thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get a drink stall, and then we should be good. So let's go ahead and build one from scratch. We got Gully slush, energy, all this other crap, soda, loony balloons. I don't know what they make there. Oh, because derping out. Loony balloons is probably yeah, it's a gift shop. Should have known. Balloons, like balloons. All right, energy, slush, or soda. Let's go with some slush, and we'll flip it around this way, and we'll try and give it a little bit of space so lots of people can go in here and use this all at once. All right. So we got that all set up. Now, this is a really, really easy thing to throw together, and I think I could have made it a little bit better in certain areas, but we're going to go about doing things roughly the same way. So, no, I'm not done. I'm not done building. I guess scenery is what I wanted? No, building. Building is what I wanted. Custom. And we'll go into our walls, and I'm going to kind of keep up with this castle theme. So what we're going to do, see if we get the 4x4 walls here, and I'm just gonna bring those down. There we go, and Z will rotate them, so just an FYI for all of those of you that are wondering. Alright, and shift is what I'm using to get it to hit the ground, and then what we'll do here is something along these lines, and then I can use this pointed arch, which might not be a bad idea. Seemingly works. Or I could do something like that. I think that's probably a little bit better. And I'm gonna take this. I think we should have a 2. There we go. And we get something like that, right? So this should be all well and good. And then I have this castle wall parapet, and that is pretty much what we're going to be using here. And I suppose it could go either way, right? Like, what do they have it over here? They have angles facing the outside. Well, the lower part facing the outside. So we could do this. I would like to move that. Do do that, and I will take this one, and we'll move that one as well. The only reason why I like to have them the other way, and I don't have it here, but I did it on a different one, and the angles kind of looked a little bit better to me. So that's why I kind of did it that way. But in retrospect, looking at this, it's really not that bad. You get this little like bit off here, but that's not a huge deal, especially if you're someone viewing it from like, you know, a bottom angle. You're not going to be able to tell. Plus, you get that nice trim all the way around. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. Now I got to put in the last little bits of scenery here, and we'll get some bins, and we'll put those in like so. And I'll even go ahead and put some bins in like right here. And then we'll get some benches to kind of go with those. I thought they snapped. I guess I was wrong. I think that's wild to believe that. Oh, because the space is so huge. Come on, bench. There we go. That's what I was looking for. And we should be pretty good for now right here. Because there's not really anything going on over here, people shouldn't really wander off that way. And the last thing that we're going to do is we are going to go into our research because we don't have... Wait, do we have food? I don't think we have food. Oh, we do. We have a tiki cheek. So we could actually build one of those as well. But I'm going to save my money because I want to plop a ride here. We have bathroom, we have drink, ride, and then somewhere off to the side we'll probably get something. Okay, that's good. Let's start this. We'll put it on speed 2 and just kind of let things take their course. Now, let's make this 3/4, and we'll make this 3/4. Oh, what am I doing? There you go, open that up. Almost forgot the most important part. So the other bit of research that we're going to do is we're going to get the ATM facility, and might as well just go for it. And we should be doing pretty good right off the bat here. The thing going up in here is like a Rocketpuss or the Magic Twist, or maybe something else. Not 100%. Let's see. As far as staff goes, we just have one person working. Their happiness is okay. I'm giving that $5 bump. Some people I've been looking at strategies and they're saying bump at 20, but I found that 5 is good enough to keep them happy right off the bat. And I don't know exactly what I want to do. If I keep on top of my shops, I might end up actually letting people quit. It just depends on if they're starting to get overloaded. If I see like a high workload, I will probably train them. So this guy will definitely get trained. But in other terms, probably won't be doing too much in the terms of training my shopkeepers. And this is all just coming from lessons of playing this map before and getting really, really ahead of myself. And that's something I'll probably do here with like planning this out and that out. And I'll spend money I don't have, and that gets me in trouble. And one of the things was I made like a little shopping area. I made a shopping area here. I made a shopping area here. I made one up here. I made one down there. I made one over here. And I had a whole crap ton of staff. And a lot of those shops were actually losing money. So I think a big thing to do is actually pay attention to what your guests are saying. You can do that by going to park management, guests, and then guest thoughts, and just seeing what they're thinking. And obviously they're going to want more rides right in the beginning, and it is what it is. And you'll see that we have people that are saying our rides are looking a little too intense for them, and that's who's going to end up getting the gentle rides. But we're going to need some money for that. We could do teacups, but teacups are quite large, right? So that's not really going to fit for us. Rocktopus is definitely going to be more of our style. Fuck. We could do something crazy. We could build it. We could build it up. Oh, but we can't because of these. Well, I think I might have. There we go. We're going to put this bad boy in. Do we have the money for it? I guess we have the money for it.
I wonder if I took this, right, and I got rid of you. Right, we did something like that. And then I was like, hey, I want one of these. And we'll just get that as close as we can. Wow, see how much it's letting us do here? That's actually kind of ridiculous. I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and before we do that, I want to actually go back and kind of redo this. Can I get these smaller? No, because my length is stuck at 1. And unfortunately, that's not going to do it for us. Alright, so that should be fine. In fact, let's just close it off for safety purposes. Ugh, I don't like that. If I could, I would actually brought it off of, yeah, intersecting terrain. That's just an unfortunate fact of life in this park. Alright, so let's go ahead and we will place an entrance. And we'll go ahead and we'll place an exit. Oh, I don't know, right there seems fine. Let's add in the priority pass right off the bat. And part of this is going to be getting cheeky with our, damn it, our paths here. Let's undo that, there we go. A little bit more than I wanted to do right there. And we'll do something like that. Then we can get our priority pass. Entrance keys. And yeah, these get to be a little bit shitty. Especially when you're kind of cramming stuff in here. Oh, and you can't put them on your last little thing. So kind of remember that if you're trying to have shorter queues. Which I'm not necessarily trying to have shorter queues. But for the sake of having the priority pass, I have opted to kind of accept the fact that I'm going to have shorter queues on some of my stuff, especially in the beginning. Our research is done. Cool. Let's get that. All right, we got our ATM facility, so that's all good. And then we're going to have a new one, and that one is going to be our information kiosk, which is going to be the important one. That's going to be the one that lets people, whatchamahooky, buy priority passes. Let's pop this 2 3/4 load, because I'm a douche. Hopefully these people don't leave. Things are looking pretty good. We're making decent money. Last month's profit was about $1,000, even with the $500 research, unless I'm losing my mind. Let's go ahead and add ourselves some food. Alright, so Tiki Chichi, or Tiki Chiki, what is the best place for you? I mean, I want to get a decent line. Looks like we could probably do something like that. And let's go ahead and do our building thing again. So it's going to be the same old, same old. There we go. And we will do our little wall in the front, followed by our slightly larger one. And we'll do the rounded arch. And we're probably not getting a whole crap ton of love here. But honestly, it's kind of fine. And when I say love, I do most definitely mean... 5 is not that. I do mean the scenery bonus. Alright, so things seem to be going pretty well here. The next area that I like to expand to is this area down here.
And we'll just keep an eye on the money. I don't want to do it. Hyperspin has a long queue. I mean, not a whole lot that I can really do about that. Let's see. I'll probably put the information or the information kiosk right here. Let's go into our shop. It's busy and try somewhere else. You're thirsty after that. That's fine. Let's look here. So, also, I was looking online. A lot of people are suggesting to enable all of the extras, which seems like a fantastic idea. I also like to use the price sync, just so that everything kind of stays the same. And by allowing the extras, oh, yeah, that's fine. By allowing the extras, you give people a little bit more options, which is nice. So as you can see, we're starting off really, really good here. We got 400 people. Our park rating is pretty good, and our monthly profit is going, which is really the important thing to all of this, really. So this is where I start to get a little meh. And what I should do, honestly, is add some more. Some more of these bad boys. So we actually kind of have things going on here. And if I didn't, which I didn't, I'm gonna give you $5 as well. I need to hire a janitor at this point. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to go to the work roster manager. You can get that through here as well, the main menu. And basically what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna select every little thing. And I don't know if like some of this is important, like it selected that rock or these rocks back here. I don't think that's like a huge deal. But if it is, meh, whatever. So I'm gonna call that janitor. Let's not call it janitor front. Let's call it janitor entrance. And we'll save that. And then we can go in here. We can go to our guy. We'll give him a $5 boost, and we'll put him on janitor entrance. So that way he'll take care of all of this stuff for us, which should be fine. It shouldn't be too much for him to take control of, and we should be good. And we're gonna hold out on a mechanic because those guys are particularly expensive. Cool. So we already got the bronze objective, and you'll notice that. Oh, well, we got one of the bronze objective thing. You'll notice that we're probably not gonna. Well, I think it pops up anyway, but I already got the bronze and the silver star. The thing that's really tricky about this one is this last one, sustain monthly profit of $6,000. So I've been looking online a lot to kind of see like how are people doing that, and I think it's pretty much a combination of good rides, number one, and expensive rides, number two. Probably more towards that ladder of expensive rides. And I mean, really, I think in the end it'll boil down to whatever it's going to end up boiling down to. But I think roller coasters are going to be a big thing, and we're going to have to be putting those in the middle. And that pretty much just means I'm going to kind of have to get my coaster game together a little bit because it's kind of weak. My coaster game is kind of weak. Now, it's possible as well to maybe do some stuff up here, like on top of that. And I don't know exactly how we'll end up doing a lot of this. All right, cool. Information kiosk is a go. So let's go ahead and plop one of those in so that people can actually get themselves some of these informaciones. There it is. All right, if we go to blueprints, we do have a couple of these. This one's 302, which is really not that expensive. So I'm actually just gonna pop one of those bad boys in there. If I made it a little bit smaller, we might get a little bit more lucky. So it's like not interfering with that ride. But I think we'll be okay overall. Where was it? If I just want to get a little bit longer line. In fact, we could. Do something like that. And that one's okay as well. All right, let's go take a look at that staff person. And again, workload is high. We're going to do that. And we're going to put him to 170. And we'll do that as well. All right, so that way we'll keep his workload down. That guy's not going to freak out and quit on us. I know I mentioned earlier that I probably wouldn't do too much in the way of keeping my people happy, but to a certain extent, I think it's somewhat important. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put the ATM over here because I don't think it's going to be that bad, although it looks a little bad. What does that look like if I just do like a... I just do something like that. That's not that bad. I mean, I think I might as well just use the blueprint of it. Just so I kind of have something. And we'll do that. Did the scenery go up? 37, yeah. It's all right. Oh, and in terms of priority passes, the other thing that I was kind of doing here was actually making them a little bit lower. So I think I made them like 325 or 350. We'll start at 325. Right? Because I want a lot of people thinking, I don't want them thinking this. I want them to think that it's cheap and that they're going to buy it. Because any extra little bit kind of helps. Now, the other thing to kind of weigh with that, at least in the beginning, is what the monthly profit is, right? So this building was $302, I believe, which essentially means I have to sell 100 priority passes to just make up for the cost of that. Now, there's some running costs involved, so it'll bring it down month by month. But all in all, I have been able to get these profitable later in the park. So it probably wasn't necessary for me to put it down now, and it actually might be detrimental to the amount of money that I'm going to make early on. But I think in the long run, by having it already set up, I'll end up being ready for when it's really important. Because that way, when I have roller coasters over here with ridiculous queues in a really, really short priority pass lane, people are going to be like, wow, I can skip this like hour-long line to get on all of these amazing coasters. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Whether or not that's actually going to happen is a totally different story. But we just kind of want to keep our costs down. All right, so we got new research. We could get some new food. We could get some gift stuff, but I don't think that's all that important. What I would like to do, we would have to do 500. I think I'm going to hold off on my research a little bit because we have a lot of rides that we haven't really exhausted yet. But we should start thinking about expansion a little bit. And again, this is kind of where like I get a little nuts, getting really ahead of myself, which is kind of why I play on speed 3, just so like the game kind of keeps up with my thought process. If I'm building something important, though, I tend to not really do too much in terms of these other things. The thing that gets me on these paths as well is like when you really start to do things like that, it gets a little wonky. And we got to kind of remember of like where we're going in and how we're getting there. There we go. So we can do something like that. And I don't know. I've not necessarily tried many other ways to go about doing this. I would imagine kind of following this would be just as good as anything I've ever done before. And actually, the best thing about this might be just taking off that and trying to make a smooth path that gets as close to this edge as possible. You can see it could be a little tricky. Uh-oh. That'll happen too on this map. So what I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna leave it there. But that's essentially the kind of path that we're gonna have them walk, and then hopefully they don't stumble on that little bit. That's kind of dumb. I could, I suppose, have railing on ground path and put a railing right there, but I'm not gonna be that crazy about it. Yeah, just walk on the edge of a cliff with no railing. It'll be fine. But we're coming back up here in the money section, so that's pretty good. Normally what I would do with this path is actually bring it around the back, and that might actually be the better way to go about doing this, because a lot of the times what I'll do is I'll have a ride hanging over here. The only thing I don't like about doing that is the fact that you end up having supports that hang out over here, and part of this, and you'll see it here in the hard, is to where is it? A biggest drop of at least 65 meters on that coaster to get the hard objective, and basically you have to like crash your coaster down into this because the height restriction is like right at the top of that. So 65 meters isn't going to be enough. So the way to do that is like start here, take up a big ramp, and then just crash it down, and you'll hit that max speed of 70 miles per hour, and you'll also get that biggest drop. So if you're on this map, just know that. I kind of like the fact that I played this map 4 times before, because I can actually come to you with something a little bit more coherent. Just because been there, done that, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and try and fit something in here. Again, it's going to be a little difficult, maybe, just because the way things are situated and all that. Teacups would be nice, but you know, it's not that size of an area. If I could, I would do something like this maybe. It doesn't really look like I can do any of this. Just because this guy will fly everywhere. I'm actually surprised it wouldn't let me do that. And we might even be able to do like, nah, probably not because of that. So Roctopus could be in. Oh, we had one. Actually had it. Some right there. Now, if we could, it would be really sweet to have one like. I mean, that could kind of be the way to go. Let's see. They're the same price. This one's more exciting, though. So I would like to do this one. Put down on the ground. Or as low as possible. See if we can get it like back in here. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. And that gives us plenty of space to drop something off in the middle there. I'm actually interested to see if we can get this one here. Just because I don't think this one goes in the middle, does it? No, it wouldn't. But if we can get this one to come out over here. Alright, I gotcha. I actually do want to have the snap back on this. And we kind of get it. We kind of get what's going on there. So let's get this bad boy. And if we can do something like that, yeah, that's nice. And then this still gives us the opportunity to kind of pull it up, I think. Yeah, pull it up and off like that. And there we go. All right, so what this is going to do now is we're going to get ourselves a priority pass as well. And we'll kind of put this guy around here, and we'll put this one actually right there. Seems to be a pretty good spot for it. And yeah, this all looks well and good. So what I want to do is I want to do something like this. Well, actually, we have the money, right? So if we kind of did two at once, right? Which is perfectly okay for us to do. And we'll just move these things out of the way just in case. Just get ourselves a little bit extra room for that Roctopus, which we can now drop in. Roctopus, Roctopus. There we go. All right. And we'll enable the priority pass for that as well. We'll give it on press load. All right. And the entrance can go. Let's focus on this one. Maybe we can have them be next to each other. I would really have liked that to have worked out. There we go. And party pass entrance, unfortunately, is going to have to go right here. And the party pass exit, we can get right there. All right. And we'll do something like that. Get them going this way. It looks like we got to kind of do something like that to keep this pathing smooth. And then for this one over here, we'll go ahead and we can place an entrance over here. And we can do an exit. I don't want it to be super weird. Ugh. There we go, we'll do that. And then we'll get this going. All right. And we'll have to take the snap off so that we can just kind of butt these guys up to each other. Oh man, that would have been really cool if we could have done the same thing as over there. Let's put that snap back on. Yeah, that's unfortunate. There we go, and we can get this priority pass entrance, I think. Oh, we can't do it here because it's elevated. And we can't do it on that front one either. Okay. Let's go ahead here and rethink this one. Queue lines. And there we go. All right, now we can get this party pass entrance. No frickin' way, man. Uh-oh. There we go. That's a breakdown. All right, staff, mechanic. Do it to it, man. Well, this is unfortunate. I was really kind of hoping we'd be able to place it there, but you gotta play with the cards you were dealt, right? So we'll do that, and we'll have our exit be right there, and then we'll. Oh, I got no money, and that's what you get for hiring fucking mechanic. I hate how that resets it and doesn't save it. All right, let's go ahead with that, and we'll go ahead with that. Scenery on these, not good. Just in general, not good. But it should be fine overall. Is my mechanic fixing this? We'll see. All right, did I set this 3/4? I did. This is 1/2, 3/4. Please, thank you. All right. Well, this episode has gone. Fuck. I hate when that happens. Okay, this episode has gone on long enough, ladies and gents. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it here for the day. I didn't realize how long we went, but I hope that you enjoyed it. I think it was just probably one of my more informative videos as far as things are concerned. So yeah, we will work on dealing with this, but people can be a little stupid on these. Not a big deal. We'll deal with it. We'll make sure it gets dealt with. So anyways, if you guys have any tips or tricks or anything like that, or you like the way that it's going so far, or you don't like the way it's going so far, let me know down below in the comments section, because it's kind of important to me and all that good stuff. Otherwise, I hope that you guys have a great day, great night, whatever it is to you, and I will see you back here next time for some more Planet Coaster.